Are you looking for 100x hidden gems? What's up everyone, this is Tony with JRNY Crypto. Welcome back to another video. So this one's going to be on a huge topic that everyone wants to hear, and that's how to find these small cap cryptocurrencies or hidden gems that have the potential to do a 100x or more through the next bull market. So there's going to be dozens of projects that achieve this and do a 100x or more. But actually finding these and researching them and properly picking them out of the hundreds of available new cryptocurrencies that are launching through the bull market is very difficult. You can waste tons of time and money actually trying to do this. So we are going to dive into this with multiple videos. We're going to go over strategy around this, the mindset you should have going into this, how to properly research these projects, because you can waste dozens of hours very easily trying to research these, and then end up just picking projects that basically end up being scams or rug pulls. So being able to quickly spot if a project doesn't have that potential and move on to the next one is very important. So to start this off, we are going to be talking about strategy in this video. I think that's extremely important to have your strategy figured out and understand and have the proper mindset before you start researching these projects and diving into this. Will help you be more successful in the long term and not just waste a bunch of time. So something I do want you to understand before we even get started talking about strategy is that failure is inevitable with small cap cryptocurrencies. You cannot go into this thinking that you are going to buy 2 or 3 of these coins and all 3 of them are going to be a 100x. And in fact, you should assume that a very high percent of these small cap cryptocurrencies will be complete failures that will disappear and go to zero. So if you do want safety and you do want 100% assurance, Bitcoin right now, 90% of Bitcoin out there is in profit. So pretty much dollar cost averaging Bitcoin and Ethereum is your safe bet. Doing that on major dips for the long term, specifically in bear markets, you're going to do very well during the bull market. But if you are someone seeking those massive gains and huge potential in the crypto space, the 100x potential, you're not going to get that in Bitcoin and Ethereum. You do have to dive into coins that are below the top 100, coins that are much higher risk. And that's the thing, the higher potential, the higher the risk is. And that's why we see such huge run-ups in this space, is because it is higher risk in general compared to the stock markets, bonds, and other traditional investment avenues. It's much higher risk. People understand it much less. There's a lot less people in it. So if you're someone that can't handle failure, then I would recommend just sticking to Bitcoin and Ethereum mostly, maybe some of the other top 10 cryptocurrencies, having a good entry and exit strategy, sticking to that on a long-term basis, you're pretty much going to be successful. But if you are someone that wants to dabble in the small cap altcoins and take that risk to have that higher potential as well, a lot of people do this, but keep in mind, even some of the most experienced people and veterans in this space, they only buy into small cap altcoins with a super small percent of their portfolio, and it's an amount that they're completely okay with losing 100% of. So these people only will put 5 to 10% of their portfolio at most into small cap coins, even though they know what to look for and they've been successful with it in the past. They're still not going to go heavy on that because of the extreme risk. So to start this off, I would recommend looking for small cap altcoins in a niche that you're passionate about, that you know a lot about. Don't just go into gaming altcoins because you've seen a few gaming altcoins go up a few 100% and a few influencers keep hyping up gaming altcoins. You want to actually be able to research these yourself and have a good understanding about it. You're going to enjoy researching it more first off, and then you're going to understand more about it, which is going to increase your success rate overall. So you can just go on CoinMarketCap here, and there's a categories tab. You can see all the different categories here for different cryptocurrencies, and you can just browse through them. I would recommend just looking through some of these and seeing what you find, but you can see here gambling altcoins, and then you have your top ones here, but you can search by certain things too, by market cap. If we click that, we can actually see the top altcoin for gambling is Roll Bitcoin, and then Fun Token. That's an actually really old gambling altcoin. This was actually popular during the 2017 bull market. I'm surprised that's even still around at this point, but it's only at a $100 million market cap. So these are all pretty small in general, but you can see media, BRC20, content creation. There's a lot of different categories here that you can search through. So I would go through this, find a few categories that you're passionate about that you enjoy. You can see memes here, and you can see our top meme coin is Dogecoin, then Shiba Inu, Bonk, that's been going crazy over the past week, Pepe, Floki, meme coin, and the list goes on. So find a few of these categories that you are passionate about to get started, and then you can start doing your research from there. These will actually help you find small cap altcoins too by searching by category instead of just going straight down the list by market cap of cryptocurrencies. You have to understand too that a lot of cryptocurrencies, they'll be hidden or they won't be shown in these categories for certain reasons, whether they're just a newer project or they're higher risk or certain things like that that do give off red flags. They'll actually be harder to find within CoinMarketCap. So the first thing on the list here for your strategy is going to be find a niche that you're passionate about and categories to research the projects in. Using CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, I would find focus groups within those categories outside of market cap sites as well, like Telegram, Discord, Twitter. Having community around that can help you do this research and call out some of these small coins is definitely useful. Just be careful of scams and everything, and people feeding you bad info or creating coins themselves even that they're trying to fake and create a pump for. So I'm going to go into gaming here because that's something I've been successful in within crypto and I'm passionate about. I've made good returns on a decent amount of these top projects here. So I know what I'm looking for and what has high potential. It's easier for me to spot good projects. It's easier for me to get through the research on them and make a decision. But keep in mind, that's just for example. You should pick a category that you're passionate about. So at the top here, we have Immutable IMX at a $3 billion market cap. So to hit 100x for that would be a $300 billion market cap. If we look at top cryptos, we only have 2 cryptos around that above a $100 million market cap, $100 billion market cap. That's Ethereum being at $270 billion and Bitcoin being at $822 billion market cap. So very unlikely that IMX is going to hit 100x in this next bull market, maybe in the next 2 or 3 bull markets, if it actually becomes the peak of crypto gaming and stays there. Could possibly happen, but it is good to diversify as well. You don't need 100x on every project that you're trying to get into. So I actually did buy some IMX tokens through the bear market around 50 cents to $1. It's now $2.30. Sandbox Sand token, I've dollar cost averaged that even through the last bear market. I actually picked it up here when it had that major correction. I picked it up around 20 to 30 cents here, and then it skyrocketed. It peaked out around $7, which is crazy. Now at 50 cents again. That actually still is a high potential project. Similar to the Sandbox, which is the biggest game in the world. If they get even 1/4 of the user base of Minecraft, then this definitely has huge potential. That's at a $1 billion market cap, so 100x would be a $100 billion market cap for Sand token, which is possible over time. In this bear market, I don't know. If they do pick up mass adoption somehow and they get over 10 million active users, maybe that's possible. But for the sake of this video, you are going to be scrolling down once you find your category and researching some of these smaller projects here. You really want to get down to under a $100 million market cap. Gods Unchained, Gods token, that's actually from the same company as Immutable IMX token. So that is one that could possibly have some good potential. But once you get to like a 50 million or less market cap, that's really where the high potential is. But also keep in mind, much higher risk. Wagme Games, UFO Gaming, some of these projects I've already researched from the last bull market. But there's going to be hundreds of new cryptocurrencies in all of these categories during this next bull market. Most of them are just going to be cash grabs and not really actually trying to build anything. So that is why it's so important to know what to look for, how to do proper research. So a 100x on a $50 million market cap coin, that is a $5 billion market cap, which we already have some gaming coins that aren't too far away from that. During the next bull market, most of these top 10 will be above 5 billion market cap themselves, so that's not too unlikely. But even doing 100x, it is pretty hard to find those small cap altcoins, but this is where you want to be doing your research. Below a $50 million market cap generally, but even up to 100 million, you could possibly find those 100x coins. So number 2 on the list, research top projects in that category to understand what made those projects successful, and then create a list of potential altcoins in that category. So going back to this, by researching Immutable, IMX, Sandbox, Axie Infinity, and some of these top 10 projects in that category, you could kind of look at what made them successful, look at what they launched around the time that they hit their peaks, and then get a good idea of why those projects went up so much when they did, and then you can apply that to your research when you're actually looking at these smaller cap altcoins. So next thing, you are going to create a list of potential altcoins in that category just by going through 100 million market cap and less in this category list. You are going to pick out some that you think look good and have that potential for a 100x. And then you're going to create a checklist of things you're actually looking for in that project. This checklist may be some of the things that you liked out of the top 10 projects in the category. So for Sandbox, it's a platform, a metaverse platform that is similar to Sandbox. So you may want to have a checkbox for has mass adoption potential, or is a blockchain that other projects are going to be using, is a coin that is needed as utility in the game. Different things here you're going to create as a checklist for that specific category. Each checklist should be different depending on the category though. And then you're going to narrow down that list of potential projects that you will actually be researching. And once you actually start researching, that's when you're going to start putting the real time in, at least a couple hours per project before you even start buying any of these small cap altcoins. So I would narrow down this list to 10 or less just to start, just so it's not too overwhelming and you can get a good start in that. You may have to go back and reevaluate, add new projects in, and actually go back to the drawing board and get a new list. But each time you do this, you will get better at it, and you will get a better understanding of the space overall. And that's what you want. The easier and more you know about these projects, the easier you can spot them. And the more you learn it now, the better you can do when the actual bull market does start picking up. And the quicker you can make decisions. If you don't know enough about the category and what you're looking for, you're going to act out of emotion and you're going to FOMO buy something that will probably be a huge mistake. So that's where most people make their mistakes, is through FOMO, acting out of emotion, buying something just because everyone else is saying it's super good and everything. But the thing is, most of those people already bought and you're actually their exit liquidity. So you do want to be careful about that as well. Make sure you understand what you're looking for and everything. So once you narrow down your list to 10 or so projects, you're going to actually start researching the projects and then finding coins out of that do have that 100x potential. So we are going to do a separate video just on research, what to look for on the team, what to look for in terms of token utility, how to know if the project's actually going to do well long term, if what they're building is actually useful, determining if a project is just bullshitting you and doesn't actually have a solid plan. It is going to be hard to pick. Even projects that do come out looking like they are very high potential and that they will be solid, you will have failures in those as well. No matter how much research you do and everything, you are going to fail in some of those small cap altcoins. So after you find these picks that you think have 100x potential, you're going to apply that to your overall crypto strategy or create a new strategy specifically for those picks. We just did a video on crypto strategy a couple days ago if you want to check that out. That goes over entry and exit strategy, which you can pretty much apply to any altcoins, but you may want to tailor a strategy specific for small cap altcoins. And keep in mind, even the best experts in the space, they only go into small cap high risk coins like this with a very small percent of their portfolio, and they're 100% okay with losing all of that. They're just pretty much having fun with it. But every once in a while you do get that project that does a 100x and it's huge for your overall portfolio. So personally, I did do over 100x on Axie Infinity here. Sandbox was a huge return as well. Axie Infinity actually ended up being a 300x at the peak. So I picked that up around 50 cents when it got listed on Binance. And then I did take profit on the way up on some of it. I took profit on some of it on the way down as well, and then I still have some of it now. But even now, with it being $7.20 from picking it up at 50 cents, huge return on investment still. So I do want to talk a little bit about mindset before I end the video. Keep in mind, we are going to be doing more videos on this, though. I'm going to be going over how to properly do research on projects, and I'm actually going to be showing some of my picks that I think are hidden gems for the next bull market as well. So more videos to come on this topic, but most important to understand here, understand that failure is inevitable. You are going to fail on some of these no matter what. And personally, I like to think of it like this. If I have a 20% success rate, it is actually pretty good if you do actually pull off a 100x. So say that I actually buy into let's say 10 coins. So let's say I find 10 small cap altcoins that have huge potential, and I went through this checklist. I think they're good projects and everything. I think they have that huge potential for 100x or more. So I find 10 of them. Let's say I researched 50 or more projects, and out of that I found 10 I really like. I'm going to split that up. So I'm just going to generalize this. I wouldn't actually split this up to this amount, but let's say I did do $1,000 each into these 10 coins for a total of a 10k initial investment. So out of these 10 coins, let's even say that only 10% is successful in hitting 100x. So 9 coins completely go to 0. 1 coin does 100x. So only $1,000 in that one coin that did 100x. It's now worth $100,000. And our initial investment was 10k. So we can see we had a $90,000 profit, even though 90% of our picks completely went to 0. Still have a $90,000 overall profit there. So this is just generalized, like I said. This is if you took all profit exactly at 100x, which isn't recommended. Taking profit on the way up, of course, and making sure you actually do proper research so you don't have 90% failure as well. I do think my actual success rate is probably more so around 30 to 50%, because I really dive into these projects and do extensive research and make sure it's a project I really believe in overall. But even projects I've really believed in, I thought were guaranteed to do really well, they just completely disappeared or ran out of funding or got beat into the market. Something happened to where that project ended up failing, and that has happened a number of different times. So that was hard to accept because I believed in those coins so much. But since I did well and did do 100x in other projects, it made up for it, and you keep moving on. If you let this stuff defeat you and you can't accept failure, then this is really not for you, in my opinion, and you will get defeated by this, and you will overall just have a bad experience with this. So that's it for this first video. Like I said, there are going to be more videos on this topic. I'm going to go into how to research these projects, showing you guys examples, and dive in deeper so you can get a better understanding of this. And then we will even go further. I'll show you guys some examples of coins that I've picked for this next run. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed it and found it useful, please subscribe, like the video, comment below what you think. If you have any hidden gems you want me to know about, you can drop them below as well. I do recommend following me over on Twitter as well, and my other socials, active daily on Twitter. Lots of stuff going on here. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.